Goblin Market is a fairy tale, a gothic fairy tale about suffering and fruit and sin and the snake in the Garden of Eden, and about how we can all live with that now in our lives.
Two sisters have to learn to rely on each other and to look out for each other, and that sometimes the hardest things to do are the things that need to be done for your family.
Also, the audience needs to think of a more modern twist on Adam and Eve with more goblins and fruit.
Yeah.
Come by, come by,
We knew from the beginning that there wasn't going to be a big dance choreographic number, so to speak, in the conventional way, because it wouldn't marry to the concept. The idea of getting across the sort of goblin type characters, again in the narrative, we wanted to build in something that was just off kilter, that wasn't necessarily animalistic or not, or non-human like, but had traits of those things. My side working on movement was a lot with the cast and how we were creating this world of goblins and fantasy, as well as getting them to do a little bit of dancing in the mix of it, and also trying to create this whole dynamic between sisters and the goblins and human and not human.
Sit down and rest with us. Sit down and rest.
Goblin Market is based off of Christina Rossetti's poem from the 1800s, and back then it was very provocative, and I think it's still provocative now, but made more light, and it's more suitable for families, and it makes people understand addiction better in a more PG way.
Laura, you can see them. That's the goblin spell. Laura, you can see them. All because you fell.
Even though it's 100 years old, the poem, it's still very relevant topics for this day and age. And I think that even though it's a quick hour-long show, the message is made very clear and it ends in a positive way.
Like a tower cracked in two, like a race outrun, like a fire burning fast, like a racing steed, like an eagle flying high, like a caged breed.
Goblin Market requires a really large orchestra. It's minimum of 16 people, and we've been lucky to be joined by people from BYMT's musician pool, but also by young players from the National Youth Orchestra who have joined us, who have loved working on it. We've loved working with them. The cast and them have got on as a unit, and everyone's just had a great time, and the sound is amazing.
Putting the show together in 2 weeks was hard, but it was exciting. I mean, it was just everyday constant work, and it was amazing. I loved every part of it. It was quick, it was, you know, putting in your own ideas, it was collaborative, it was so dynamic the entire way through.
There was no revising or anything. Once you learnt it, you had to practice it, and they didn't go back and relearn anything if you had forgotten.
It's very quick, it's a quick process, but it's nonetheless, it's amazing.
Come by.